Okay, I hope you did your homework and created all the interfaces, and let me show you my solution. So first let's create the category interface. So again, in Solution Explorer, in Services folder, I'll add another class, and I will call it iCategory Repository GUI. And just like before, we want it to be an interface, not a class, so I'll change it to interface. And just like with the countries, we want to be able to retrieve all categories. So instead of country DTO, we of course return IEnumerable of category DTO. And I'll call it get categories. We of course have to bring in the namespace. And we can continue with the next method, which is the get category by ID, which returns category DTO object. And we need to pass in the category ID as the argument for this method. So next, we want to retrieve all books for a specific category. So we are returning a collection of book DTO objects, and we need to pass the category ID of the category that we want the books for. So we return IEnumerable of book DTO, and I'll call it get all books for category. So we are getting all books, so that is the book DTO return type for a category, so that's a specific category, and therefore we need to pass in the category ID. And finally, we want to do the reverse and get all categories for a specific book. Remember, each book can have more than one category, so we return a collection of all categories of a specific book. So we return category DTO, IEnumerable, and I'll call it get all categories of a book. And again, you can notice that we get all categories, so that's IEnumerable of category of a book, and that's going to be the integer book ID that we pass in as an argument. Alright, moving on to the next interface. So let's do the reviewer interface next.